This morning we left Ronda. Now we're heading south 2 hours to Gibraltar. Along the way we passed a cork processing mill. I think of it as a lumber yard, but for cork. In some areas of Spain and Portugal, we see a lot of cork oak trees that have had their bark harvested. I love seeing where things like wine corks come from, so it was really cool to see the cork bark piled up to dry. Gibraltar is a 2.6 square mile British territory, so to visit we had to leave Spain and enter Great Britain. We decided to take the cable car to the top of the rock. As we arrived at the top, the cable car operator warned us to move any backpacks to the front of our bodies because the monkeys will not hesitate to jump on a backpack and open it. We saw it happen to a little girl. The monkeys were very aggressive and it really scared her. The monkeys were everywhere. This one had even managed to get inside a garbage can. After we had finished exploring the top of the rock, we took the cable car back down to our car and headed back to Spain. The wait at the border was about 45 minutes, and then we were on our way to Benalmádena on the Costa del Sol. There are a lot of Northern European expats on the Costa del Sol. We had dinner at an Irish pub. A week or so earlier, we had learned that the land border between the Spanish enclave of Ceuta and Morocco was closed because of COVID. So taking the ferry to Ceuta as we had originally planned wasn't going to work. We had to change our plans on the fly. Duke booked us hotels in Benalmádena and Torremolinos and a flight from nearby Malaga to Tangier. The first thing we did in Torremolinos was get the required pre-flight PCR COVID tests. The water temperature was pleasant, but we didn't swim. A few hours later, our test results arrived. Duke and I were negative, but Roger and Gail were positive. What a bummer! So we got busy planning several more days in southern Spain. Roger and Gail were healthy again very quickly, and we got to visit places in Spain we hadn't seen before. The next morning, Duke and I returned our rental car to Malaga Airport and took the metro back to the hotel. We spent 3 days in Torremolinos, doing our laundry, eating great seafood, walking along the Mediterranean, and resting and recuperating. Then we picked up a new rental car and headed east to the town of Nerja. Okay, I'm going to give you a tour of our room at the Parador of Nerja. Our room is the first one here. Right on the Mediterranean bathroom. Cane sugar and print, something about the coast of sugarcane. And there's our treats. Lovely view and balcony. And the sun just came out. That's nice too. And then I think over behind the building there is an elevator down to the beach. Later we took a stroll through Nerja to the well-known lookout Balcón de Europa. This statue is of King Alfonso XII. It was placed here to commemorate his visit to Nerja and the Balcón in 1885. The next morning we had breakfast at the Parador, then took the elevator down to the beach.